It's literally impossible for you to be lonely because when you came here into this physical world, a part of you stayed behind. Part of you did not become physical, it stayed in the non physical. And when you came and focused part of yourself into the physical world, you had an understanding with the non physical part. You had an agreement that when you came here into this world, it's a very diverse world with lots of different contrasting people and places and events and everything, that you would form opinions, you would form desires, you would form preferences. And as soon as you formed a preference of something that you wanted or wanted to become, a life situation you wanted to experience, your non physical part of yourself would receive that information and would become that. And you knew that then the non physical part of you would communicate with the physical part of you through your emotions to let you know if you in the physical world were on track to becoming that version of yourself or not. It's really that simple. So if you here in this physical world ever feel lonely, it's probably because you're neglecting an important part of yourself, which is not here in this physical world with you, which has remained non physical, and which has done the hard work of expanding to instantaneously become the version of you that you desire to become here in this physical world. You feel when you feel lonely and it feels terrible, it's because the part of yourself that knows that you're not lonely, that sees you, that has not forgotten that it exists, is communicating to you through your emotions to let you know that that thought is in resistance to the natural pull that has been formed by it expanding and you refusing to follow the expansion. There's people, everyone's experienced this when you're around a lot of people and you still feel lonely. You still feel like something's off. You feel like a fear that you can never really be known or be seen or be understood, and that nobody will really understand you, right? Because they're their own separate person. How could they? No one will really ever truly see you. It's something that I've felt for sure in the past and probably will feel again. So I will remind myself, as we all can, that the me that is here in this physical world is not the whole picture. It's not all of who I am. That actually a much greater scale, if you could call it that, because it's not physical. Part of myself much greater in scale, more expanded than I am right here, right now. It exists, and I've been neglecting it. And by tuning into my emotions and focusing on thoughts that feel better than I'm thinking right now, I can find my way back to the expanded version of myself and reconnect with myself as a whole and experience that wholeness, that joy, that fulfilled feeling, the perfectly imperfect feeling, the constantly expanding and growing feeling, feeling okay with that incomplete part of myself because I know that it's part of my completion. It's all just words, I know, it's getting jumbled. But seriously, it's really not complicated, even though we forget about this when we come into the physical world. We don't have language to describe these concepts when we're born into the world. But we do know about this connection, and our emotions are constantly communicating to us how aligned we are with this relationship with our whole self. And how much of our lives have we spent waiting to get somewhere so that we can feel fulfilled, so that we can feel whole? When I have this much money, when I have this relationship, when I have this house, when I have this job, when I have this life situation and this circumstance, and when I achieve this, and when I'm awarded this, and when I'm those things won't make you whole. But by choosing right here, right now, each and every time you become aware of it in this moment, to find ways to feel good, to find ways to connect with the non-physical part of yourself and feel good. It's really that simple. Feel better. Doesn't mean you're always going to be ecstatic and life will be sunshine and daisies, but you are always capable of finding better feeling thoughts than what you're experiencing right now. By doing this, you'll achieve that feeling of wholeness by reconnecting with your non-physical self, by finding alignment, by aligning your energy and feeling the whole of who you really are. Your life experience will begin to reflect that back to you. When you're someone who appreciates, who's really good at appreciating and finding the good in things, people in life, circumstances will show you things to feel good about. When you don't need external situation to validate you, when you need no validation because you know who you really are, then everything in life will validate that. But nothing in and of itself will ever get you that wholeness that you desire. You're not alone. You cannot possibly be alone. But the part of yourself that you've neglected is screaming out to you through those negative emotions that your perspective is not in alignment with the whole of yourself. I just laugh when I think about it. I just start laughing out loud when I remember who I really am. And that this version of me who is expanded from the non-physical self, this temporary physical form, is just an expansion of something much greater, an appendage. And I'm here with the purpose of expansion. And when I allow myself to live in that, to acknowledge that, and to enjoy it, then I enjoy it. Then I feel joy, love, peace, giddiness, ecstasy, bliss, anything. Because you can't stop yourself from expanding. You came here and focused into this physical body with the purpose of expansion, with the purpose of being here to send out signals to your non-physical self, who in turn could expand to meet those desires, to fulfill those desires, and communicate with you through emotions, so that you were able to follow this stream that has now been created and meet the expanded version of yourself and continuously do this. You have no choice but to expand. But by allowing the expansion, by allowing yourself to find ways to feel good, to feel joy, and to align with this greater self, to move on the right path, you are not going to feel alone anymore. And you are going to realize that part of your wholeness is becoming what you desire, becoming more than you currently are.